Hey guys, the Kamsh here. Today we're going to be taking a look at kind of a fun deck I've been playing on Ladder, and it's Renolock with Mogor and Nozdormu. And while this is somewhat of a fun deck, I've been playing this on Legend Ladder. Hasn't been doing too badly for me. So I'm gonna go through the deck. It's a little bit like normal Reno, except of course you have some spicy cards, and they are actually somewhat beneficial in some cases. You know, they're not just strictly worse; they're just mostly worse than playing other cards. So let me go through the deck real quick. So of course you have Mortal Coil, get removal, draws a card. Just a solid card to play in Renolock, where you're playing a bunch of one-ofs. Zombie Chow to stop aggro. Dark Bomb also mainly to stop aggro, but very versatile, can go to face, stuff like that. Peddler because, again, very versatile card, also good against aggro. Doomsayer is great against stuff like Secret Paladin, where you can just play it on turn 2, and they can't deal with it, and it clears their board and lets you develop like a 3 or 4 drop with coin. But another reason why this card's great is because you can like Twisting Nether and then play Doomsayer, and that just makes them not play creatures for a turn. So it takes away the tempo loss of Twisting Nether, actually gives you tempo gain, so you can develop something like Draxus the next turn. Then of course we have Owl. Having one utility silence is really useful. We have Sun Fury Protector. And the reason we have this is because we want to taunt things so that we don't die. Pretty simple reasoning there. We're playing 2 taunts because we play some bigger things, and taunts are just great. There's a lot of Control Warrior on Ladder, and it really helps the Control Warrior matchup to have taunts, because once you Jiraxis, your only way to win a lot of the time is to burst you with Grommash Hellscream. Then we have Youthful Brewmaster. Again, a lot of Control Warriors, so it's pretty sweet to bounce stuff like Boom, Reno against aggro, or Freeze Mage, Lotheb, stuff like that. Just gets a lot of value, and it's a 2-mana 3/2 against aggro. Demon Wrath is a board clear against aggro. BGH just a very good tempo swing and utility card against a lot of things like Boom and other big things. Gang Bossing, mostly against aggro, but just a solid 3-drop minion, very powerful. MC Tech to steal stuff because it's sweet. Hellfire is another board clear. Implosion, just as an efficient removal spell, put some stuff on the board. Shadow Flame, again, as a board clear / removal. Defender Vargas is another taunt. Twilight Drake, because it's a big dude. Healbot, just to heal, as the name implies. Faceless Manipulator, because you have some big stuff you want to copy. Who doesn't want 2 Nozdormus or 2 Mogor the Ogres, fun stuff. Lotheb to prevent your opponent from casting spells. And just a solid 5-mana 5/5. You can also Brewmaster it to lock out Freeze Mage, stuff like that. Belcher is another decent taunt and mid-range threat. Siphon is another good removal spell. Thorison to make your Draxus cheaper, or if it lives for a couple turns, you can play Nozdormu and Mogor at the same time. And then if Nozdormu or Mogor lives and you play the other one, they actually get time taken from their turn by the animation, which is pretty sweet combo. Mogor the Ogre. So I've been playing a lot of Reno. I've hit top 10 Legend with it a couple times, hit rank 3 Legend with it. And one of Reno's strong weaknesses is that it loses to Druid. And I've been thinking about what cards I can play to not lose to Druid, and it seems just like mid-range threats, but I actually kind of like trying out Mogor, because against like combo lock or anything like that, Mogor basically gives a random minion a 50% chance to have taunt when something attacks, and it does that over and over. So they have to clear your Mogor before they combo, and they usually can't clear it and combo in the same turn. So it's kind of like a taunt without actually having taunt. And then it's just a 6-mana 7/6, which is like an undercosted body. If they're BGHing it, they're not BGHing Boom or, Nozdormu. So pretty sweet card. Also combos kind of with Nozdormu. We have Reno Jackson, because it's the whole point of the deck. We want to be able to heal the full. Sylvanas, because it works with the Shadow Flame and other things. Boom is a big threat. Twisting Nether is another board clear. Jiraxis as our finisher, and then of course Nozdormu, because why not play Nozdormu? It's basically like Molten Giant, but it makes mobile players lose. So there you go. There's the deck. Now let's go ahead and jump into some games with it on Legend Ladder, beat some people with Nozdormu, and feel good about ourselves.